Okay, so you've watched the video on takes, and you know by now that a take is a kind of reaction shot. And we're going to do a simple cartoon take using Monty, the little pea green character that you can find at creativecrash.com. He's a great little rig, really good for learning Maya, really good for understanding character mechanics and the beginnings of character performance. So I've got some timing here worked out for you. What Monty's going to do is he's going to see something and react to it in this kind of exaggerated, cartoony kind of way. So we're starting at frame 1, and then Monty reacts at frame 25. Now getting faster at 27, squash at 31, overshoot at 35, and then settle into frame 49. It's the same basic timing we've got for the lamp and also the human take. This is a good general timing to start animating with, but you can of course adapt it, add some stuff at the beginning, add some stuff at the end, generally make it more interesting. But for now, let's just get the basics of the take sorted out. So here's our start position at frame 1. 25 is our anticipation. Then 27 is our accent. There should be straight legs here. He's pushing himself up as he sees something dramatic, and then a squash at frame 31, 4 frames later, an overshoot at frame 35, 4 frames after that, and then a settle at and cushion into frame 39. So here's the whole thing. Basically, it's a kind of there's a sort of double bounce there: anticipation, accent, squash, overshoot, and settle at the end. And what you should really do is, once you've got the basic mechanics of this working, you can have quite a lot of fun with it. You know, you can have Monty kind of stamp his feet, do a little kind of pitter patter on his feet. You can have his feet go up on different timings. You can add blinks. You can also add a little bit of business at the beginning. Maybe add some time at the start of the shot. Maybe he looks to the right, he looks to the left, or he sees something. Maybe he looks forward to see something really weird that he's suddenly noticed. And you can also add some performance at the end. Maybe he sort of looks around looking worried. Maybe he crosses his feet together. Maybe his knees wobble. You can use the pole vector controls on Monty's knees. Maybe you can make his knees wobble at the end in a kind of furious vibration, like he's terrified of something that he's seen. So there's all kinds of things you can do to this to make it more interesting. You can also have Monty take a couple of steps backwards as he's doing it. You can add a head shake from side to side as he's doing this accent part of it. The key thing here is to turn it into a little story. What is Monty reacting to? And you should really explain that in your own head at least before you animate it. And as I'm sure I've said elsewhere, I often find when I'm looking at student work, if I'm not really getting it, if I'm not really understanding what it is that the students tried to do, I sometimes ask, well, what is the character thinking? And if I get the answer, well, I don't really know, then I know where the trouble is. Because if you don't know, then the audience certainly isn't going to know. So it's incredibly important that you come up with your own little backstory for what it is that this character is thinking and seeing. And then once you've done that, you really know what your animation is about, and you can make your animation interesting for the viewer to watch. But there's all kinds of ways you can make a little simple exercise like this interesting and fun to animate, and also fun for the viewer to watch.